to Boom Springboard, our first series out of hibernation, in person and live. We have been doing all this virtual programming and we are so excited to be back in front of you. We are live from the print shop at McFly Fresh, and Breeze is going to take it away. Enjoy the show.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching out there. We are so just happy to be in front of you all on the screen, and also happy to be around each other in person after being locked in because the world got cooties. So thank you all for giving us your attention. We're going to get right into our first performance. Our first performer is Gabby Benetti, a 22-year-old hip-hop dancer who specializes in popping and animation. When she first started, Gabby envisioned herself dancing in this particular style to any song that she could hear, any song she listened to. And after lots of hard work and practice, she now teaches classes and has had many opportunities to perform in lots of places around Charlotte, North Carolina. She hopes to showcase through her dance that you can do anything as long as you work hard and envision success. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gabby Benetti. fantastic performance. We're going to get straight into our next performer. Sorry, I am very, very rude. Hello, I am Breeze the Poet. I did not introduce myself before. I live in Richmond, Virginia currently, but I was a resident of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I miss it so much. I'm just really, really happy to be here. Getting into our next performer, she is a spoken word artist, motivational speaker from South Carolina, now residing in Charlotte, and she is also co-founder of Two Team Entertainment. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for poetess Lady D.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're well at home. And to my audience here live in person, hey! Yes. It's a beautiful day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am Lady D Poetry. I am one half of Two Team. And this one is for all of my grandparents out there. One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. I'm a product of my environment. A black country girl queen trying to get back the values of a time when Martin had a dream. You see, for my generation, it's not a dream deferred, but a dream unseen. Too worried about gunshots from killer cops who get no sleep. I'm trying to get back to a time when Big Mama made Sunday dinner every week. She'd sit you around the kitchen table and she'd instill in you wisdom to keep you on your feet. See, Big Mama knew it was a cold, hard world and she didn't want you to meet those streets like that wino on Good Times, y'all. That's a fake she didn't want you to meet. But now the war is not over and victory isn't won. But we'll fight on till we finish. And then when it's all done, we'll cry, glory, glory. Raise hands. I'm non-threatening, but I have to raise fists for the struggle. We have to come together as a people to correct the mindset of a nation. See, Rosa sat to take a stand, and now standing is our only option. We have to release the chains of slavery that keep us in the mental bondage. God created us all a great people. Now we must be the example for the next generation. The oppression of one is oppression of all. I said the oppression of one is oppression of all. It's the coming of a king and mine ears have heard his story. It's the coming of a king and my eyes have seen his one day. When the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day. Woo! And that's that piece. Yes. Snap it up, clap it up for yourselves at home, for yourselves here. You're looking beautiful. I can see you at home. You're looking beautiful. In your bathrobe, in your pajamas, in your full dress, Sunday's best, all of that. You're looking great. So this poem is for anybody that has an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-thee, or them. We have to be all-inclusive at this time. And I wrote this poem because I needed to release. And poetry is a way of healing. Dear ex, your trash is not my treasure. You are the master of disguise, portraying your rind peelings as starfruit to satisfy my every yearn. Your coal will never make me diamonds. For coal to become diamond, it must endure extreme pressure. But see, sir, you fold at the mere sight of a little work. See, cut glass has more value than you. The representation you gave had me thinking that your costume jewelry was one of a kind, when in reality, you come as plentiful as the oak tree. That Mr. Original attitude has your Walmart shelf life in an identity crisis. Let me break it down. You are the duplication of a duplicated clone of a rainbow outfit. And you get mad at me because I say that you are easily replaced, thinking that you're my Mr. Right, my soulmate. God said a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Well, if I'm to be that wife, don't I need my good thing? not the bearer of my destruction. I'm talking the type of person that will make paths through dense forests for this queen to follow with ease, and not some simple-minded boy that just wants to go along with the flow. Walking through this apple orchard like these are your fruits you sowed, see, sir, your trash is not my treasure. And your gold, a fool would never like. Yo, baby, you sparkle. Just like glitter on arts and crafts, with a good gust of wind, you'll fall off and bust your behind. Expecting me to stay a permanent picture on an etch a sketch? No, baby, I am a Picasso. And you are the product of Hobby Lobby in a toddler's hands. Something only a mother could love. See, you put your crap on a gourmet platter and you expect me to get full off of lies and deceit. Your buffet is all you can eat, but I prefer a home-cooked, candlelit dinner just for me. You can never make me platinum-encrusted diamonds out of sand and crystal. Even if you could, it wouldn't be worth my time or my soul. So thank you for your time, Mr. Trash Collector. This piece of art has no place in your ugly macaroni box. Like I said, poetry is a stress reliever. If you're having a bad day, write it out. If you're having a day that you want to make better, write about it. Y'all with me? If you out here and you having a good time, let me hear you say yeah. Yes. Okay. So I don't know if y'all can tell from my facial expressions in my poetry and my dancing. I'm happy to be outside amongst people. I felt like I was on house arrest because of COVID. So yes, thanks to the world for opening up. So my next poem is my single. It's called Orchestra. It is available on all streaming platforms. If you're like watching on YouTube, you can actually go to the act now, and the poem is at the end of the first act now on Boom Charlotte. Bet. I love Boom. Shouts out to Boom. I watched prayers become symphonies. Heard them serenade prime time as if they were philharmonic. Black lineage shed on city streets, the conductor cueing a melody revolving around red blood on black pavement. Death of humans with darker hue as tempo. Skin color their only common meter. A melodic discord with no resolve. The stage is silent. Black mother solo eulogies in unison. A chord progression on repeat. Silent cries of why must I bury my child echoes as loud as a triangle in the concert hall through a measure of rest. Their questions, a call with no response. Prayers for dying babies never reach the director's back, so the world doesn't understand the magnitude of their loss. I've heard the community's desires for black blood to fall cause more than riots fall on deaf ears. See, hashtags are no longer sharp because they become so natural. A part of our daily lives. Their names fall flat like accidental notes on the staff. The composer, says this is an isolated occurrence. As if there's not another death, correction, accidental note every measure. No need to change the key signature when you can't recognize an issue that needs to be addressed. No need to change the headlines when the next sonata will be the same. Why didn't God show me that prayers aren't sharp knives to protect the orchestra from bullets pierced? See, prayers won't crescendo until the force fields block of early death. The grand finale of the orchestra cannot reverse countless lives lost. There's no way to heal a broken heart after a child's demise has ripped it into a million parts. See, no one ever told me that I love you transpose means I die if you don't make it home tonight. They never told me that I love you transpose means I die if you don't make it home tonight. I'm still watching prayers become symphonies as they serenade prime time. Yes! We made it through. We got, all right. Whew. We got that out of the way. You gotta clear the air. You gotta woo-stop. Woo-stop. All right. I'm going to leave you with a bit of inspiration because we all need to be inspired. Again, my name is Lady B Poetry, and it is my pleasure to be before you this afternoon. This black is an inspiration to all the generations that have been left by the wayside of a government that chose to do demonstrations on the very people who helped build this great nation. You see, my black is beautiful. No, I'm not the lightest of the lights. I'm closer to the darkest of the darks. But that's what sets us apart. We come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, and our past comprises the history of this state of which no more are we to roam like those nomads looking for a place to call home. Let me tell you my story of how I rose to glory from a small town that was led by the clan who didn't want to admit they were scared of a black man. You see, my pops isn't that tall. I'm gonna be frank, he's quite small, but he is the darkest of them all. Standing at a whopping 5'7", he made the clan wish he was in heaven with the shoot first mentality. All the clan could do is flee. And now, let's move on to my mother, who extends to a not-so-towering 5'3", but isn't afraid to put Shaquille O'Neal across her knee, who instilled in me the value of this generation, coming from a time of segregation when Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream was only heard and not seen. You see, my black is beautiful. No, I'm not the prettiest of the prettiest, but when I look at me, I am very pleased with what I see. I am the representation of Maya Angelou's phenomenal woman, phenomenally. That's me. Because I understand the values that we must possess just so we won't get stressed by the events that occur in our lives that may make it a big mess. See, I am an inspiration to the new generations that may not know what they're going to face from day to day, but if they can keep up with the pace of a 24-hour day in this current day and age, they will make it to see tomorrow. Yes, they may have some sorrows, but if they just take a deep breath and swallow, then exhale all the tribulation of their daily delegation, this will give them time to release, and they will notice all their sorrows have ceased. Do me a favor. Take a second and look at yourself. Like, really look at yourself. You have to feel good in the skin that you're in. No, it's not a sin to have a great sense of self. You may never know, it may lead to great wealth. If you're not happy with what you see, then just look to me. Because when I look at you, I see the dream of the past, the hope of the future, and together that makes a great present for this current day and age when a normal country girl like me could grace this stage. I'm so happy to be here, and I hope there is no fear in what tomorrow holds for you, because as long as you're true to you, there should be no fear in what you do. Thank you.
Awesome. This is wonderful. It's so great to be back in Charlotte. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Lady D with a wonderful performance. I guess now I will be introducing myself. Yes. Hello. Hi world. How are you? COVID free, I hope. I am Breeze. I like this, the poet, and I am honored to be here, honored to be back in the city, honored to be working once again with the wonderful organization of Boom. Thank you so much for having me. I am a native of Richmond, Virginia. I do poetry professionally. I also teach poetry, and I have some accolades and stuff, but none of that matters right now because we are going to do some poems, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Say word. Word! Oh, I wasn't even expecting people to say it, no. COVID got me not remembering that people are around me. I'm so used to doing this alone in my room. To get a call back is actually awesome. Poem. I told the storm to pass. Storm, you can't last. Go away. I command you to move today. I pray through. say thank you to my storms. I say thank you to the blessings spilled from fallen intentions. How they pierce like lightning clouds that spill like rain bolts into green pasture, come to kill, still destroy the calm in my seas where faith floats, but I ain't dead yet. So stronger roots are just being produced in my inner Eden's growth. I pray through confusion flooded speaking. Levee breaking lectures trying to drown the state of my being in misunderstanding. They be like, yeah, he full of himself. Not knowing I just now started liking the taste of my own name in my mouth. Used to love myself bulimic, malnourished of adequate existence, starving myself, depression, so many years of my life. Before finding sustenance in a pen or fulfillment in a mic, I pray thank you to this breaking, this openness, stretching these holes in me wider to get God into deeper foundation, understanding in this here core. Reassurance of me through this new knowledge of self, but I pray through broken, like I will not be broken. Understand this job, this purpose, sent here to help you all not leave here broken, not be absent of hoping or submitting to a fractured self-image as if you can't be fixed, like having trust issues that make it an issue for you to trust yourself. Like feeling more hopeless than romantic. Like circumstances veiling the beauty of you just being, and these unstilled reflections result in a rippled image, such a sight for a sore eye. So I pray through broken pray. Thank you to breaking this broken back into one piece. I told these storms to pass. Storm, you can't last, go away, I command you to move today. Storm, when my made in God's image speaks, respect my authority. Storm, you have to cease. See, I asked God for strength, and he gave me these demons to exorcise. No, I asked God for strength, and he gave me these demons to exercise, because there is no muscle built in his faith without a workout. So I push through each set, knowing soon I'll be so strong these demons will not weigh me down. And I encourage you all to push through each set, knowing soon you will be so strong your demons will not be able to weigh you down. You have to pray until something happens. Yeah, push, yeah, pray until something happens. Through each step you'll be son of God, shine bound. You stand strong when you're now solid and holy and sacred ground. You tell those storms, thank you. Word. So storms, right, come in different situations, and love would be a storm that I consistently have to weather. Boo. Shout out to all the couples. I hate you. No, I love y'all for real. So, home. I tend to break things. I always thought I was incapable of holding anything the right way. I always tried to handle things with care until I realized most people don't want to be held by someone that handles them like a thing. My idea of love is bald tires trying to get a grip on black ice, and how the crash be inevitable, but I still strap in. Enjoy this ride or die trying, racing towards dead-end devotion until I reach a reoccurring collision called reality. The outcome of redlining love is usually an accident waiting to happen, and I got this pile up in my chest, heaps of scrap metal from Leadfoot love, reckless in my wanting, like who puts a speed limit on forever anyway? What all these roadblocks and rest stops for? Who wants a Sunday stroll when we can drag race away from all the hurtful things in our past? Even to me, I had to run all of your red flags, lights, or end up stuck on the side piece of your road for trying to ride with you till the wheels fall off. Yeah. I tend to break things. So I do things like total my heart into emotionally wrecked women. Fresh lemons, beautiful outside, but inside there's screws loose, bolts not completely twisted, vital parts missing to drive off the lot hair in the clouds with the thought of me, the die on me like lemons do. As soon as we reach any destination resembling reality, they move like the only properly functioning parts are their rear view mirrors, and they stay so stuck in their past. They claim they can fix things. They always want to try to fix things, but they aren't really handy with emotional wrenches. So they end up screwing me over while over screwing me, and also wondering why I'm still broke and broken and holding myself so tight, and I just can't afford to let anything go. Because so many bad breaks make it hard to stop swerving into oncoming emotion. So baby, just lie to me again. Tell me that you know what you're doing with that smile glowing like a check engine light, and I'll believe you, because I need to. I need to feel the embrace of this bleeding heartbreak crash into each other, because opposite direction could also mean coming together, and out of control means there's finally just no use to struggle here, so try your best, love. But understand, just like I have always been forced to understand, that broke things can't fix broke things. I know how this ends. The crash is inevitable. My kind of love has always been an accident waiting to happen, but to happen. I tend to break things, especially work. Continuation. Finding things that make that scariness or make that possibility worth it. I've been known to fall easily, lose footing on this tightrope thing called love like a drunken circus act. I've been known to dive head first into artificial imaginary cloud nines before realizing I never really left the ground and they were just blowing smoke. But I think, nope, I'm quite sure, I know I found the one. I'll let y'all meet her in a minute. She'll be here soon, but let me tell you a little about her. So we met on a blind prayer. Yeah, God hooked us up. Yeah, her skin feels like confirmation. Eyes the color of destiny with the face of a mustard seed and a smile like 2 fish and 5 loaves. Y'all, she got the body of a figure 8 symbol. Told me I have infinity to hold her. It was God at first thought. Sight at first kick. I seen forever the first time she kicked. I seen forever the first time we kicked it. She be music to my spirit, and our bond be rhythmic. And my baby, she can dance too. Moves like moonwalks across solar systems with a shooting star sway and a big bang bounce. My baby spits up mantras. Says things like clarity is overrated. So she loves like no good reason, but knows love has no good reason and still somehow feels like an explanation. I promise she's the one. And I know I've been known to fall easily, but this time is different. The music in her name has reassurance in its lyrics. Her name be Rhema Serenity, a freedom song to the bondage of my situation. See, she knew what I needed, and that I never get what I need, like love for no good reason. That actually makes perfect sense. So God created her a song, and she be diva enough to sing herself, created all for me. And I promise she's the one. And I know I fall easily, but God, tends to make falling the best way for you to find your wings, and I've been floating since I met her. I can't wait for you to meet her. She'll need no introduction. You know her when you see her. She'll have a halo over her every hello. She'll have a birthmark of my heart on her sleeve. She'll look like I spit her out in one of my poems. And if you she sees me, you'll notice she'll reach for me as if she knows she is the only answer to all of my prayers. And if you still don't recognize her, just look for the one in my life. She'll have a mother's smile, her grandmother's grace, be drenched in God's faith, and she'll grant me, the only guy in the room lucky enough for her to point and call Daddy. What? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that is our time. We hope you've been enjoying us through whatever social media platform you've been checking us out. Thanks again so much to Boom Charlotte for this awesome event and this awesome experience and opportunity. And we will be doing this again very, very soon, in a couple of hours, over at Pizza Pill in Plaza Midwood. So if you are in the Charlotte area, come on down, bring yourself out. It's less restrictions. We can be around each other. I got the vaccination. You can hug me. I give good hugs, and I smell good too. So you want one of those hugs. So come on down to Pizza Pill in Plaza Midwood, and thank you so much for your attention, and we hope you enjoy yourself. God bless.
One more for Breeze the Poet. And all the amazing artists that were here today. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook or YouTube or live here at the print shop at McFly Fresh. A couple quick thank yous. Thank you to the Knight Foundation, the Arts and Science Council, the North Carolina Arts Council, Foundation for the Carolinas, the Plaza Midwood Merchants Association, and Riem Prize Foundation. We couldn't do this without your support. We couldn't have made virtual programming without your support, and we're so glad to be back in this hybrid space where there's some in person, there's some people online. We also want to thank McFly and Eric Andello for the use of this fabulous space today. We will be at Pizza Peel at 3:30, like Grace mentioned. That is not going to be live streamed, so you have to come out in person or wait for the video, which will be live later. We also want to thank Neighborhood Theater. We're going to have a show there on the 23rd. It'll be a hybrid showcase, invite only, but then we will pop that out to you through a virtual event on July 14th. So June 23rd is the live event, and July 14th is the virtual option. I want to thank the crew. We couldn't do this without the amazing Will Jenkins. Woo-hoo! And Juan Oso is behind the camera over here. Manoj is our executive director, and he's in the house. I guess I should say his whole name, Manoj Kesavan. Jessica Stewart is here. She is a woman of many titles, but we couldn't do any of this without her. And Kia Moore has been giving you all the info on the chat, and she is in the house as well. I'm Cameron Watson, and the artistic director, and her board chair is here, the amazing Lisa. Woo! Also, in case you want to, this is the Springboard. This is the jumping off point for several events coming up. On the 9th, we have a Zoom event, The Art of Drowning, The Art of Awakening. Make sure you register in advance for that. And on the 16th, we have the Rooted Ritual. And as I mentioned before, then we're trying out a hybrid showcase. So stay tuned for how that goes. And thanks for being willing to experiment with us as we figure out how to create space for artists in this new, right now, normal. I don't know. I also want to, thanks to these artists one more time because they were amazing. The amazing Gabby with Art in Motion. Woohoo! Lady V. And Breeze the Poet. See you live and in person at Pizza Peel at 3:30.